Country music superstar Kenny Chesney is coming to U.S. Bank Stadium this Saturday on the Sun Goes Down tour with special guests the Zac Brown Band, Megan Maroney, and Uncle Kracker. Tickets are still available, and you can get yours today at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. But you have a chance to win your way in now. Caller 14 will win a pair of tickets to this unforgettable show. Call 800-320-5326.
That'd be fun. I gotta look at the old schedule. I might want to do that. Zac Brown and Chesney, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, Zac Brown Wales.
Yeah.
All right, let's do more of What Really Matters until Marney gets here.
Good idea.
More scores. Ready?
Yeah, more scores than 7 years ago.
The Florida Panthers have moved on to round two. They dispatched the Tampa Bay Lightning, their in-state rivals, 6-1. A couple of controversial calls, but whatever, it's over. Florida, moving on, they win 4-1. But what really matters is this.
McDonald's did not start serving breakfast until 1979.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
See, that's why I'm here, brother.
Thanks, Hulkster.
You're welcome.
Boston won 102-88 over the Heat. Derek White, 38 points, 8 3-pointers. Boston up now 3-1. But Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis.
It might be Porzingis. It looks like he got hurt pretty bad, was in a walking boot. So Celtics fans freaking out that their big unicorn might be in trouble. So Porzingis injured.
Porzingis.
So that game was over early, but that would be bad. But what really matters is this.
An ancient giant snake in India might have been longer than a school bus and weighed a ton. Researchers reported last Thursday.
Yeah.
Fossils found near a coal mine revealed a snake that stretched an estimated 36 feet.
Ugh.
Or up to maybe as 50 feet.
Ugh.
Comparable to the largest known snake.
Sick.
About 42 feet right now that once lived in Colombia. The largest living snake today is Asia's reticulated python, which is only 33 feet.
Only 33 feet long.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The newly discovered behemoth lived about 47 million years ago in western India's swampy evergreens. Could have weighed about 22,000 pounds.
I was going to say, that thing just ate people, but if it was 47 million years ago, then it didn't.
Right.
So we got lucky.
Yeah.
Think of being known as the behemoth.
I bet nobody ever called it that.
I mean, but think of I went lost. Oh, excuse me. Start over.
Think if you went lost.
Think if I went missing, and all of a sudden they were like, Paul Lambert of KFAN Radio has gone missing. We have yet to find the behemoth. I'd be like, all right, I'll come back.
So you're lost or missing.
He went lost.
But you are monitoring the news, and when somebody calls you a behemoth, that's what triggers you to say, I should reemerge into society.
Or go the other way.
I would guess that's why you left society.
Yeah.
You were tired of being called a behemoth.
Yeah, being called a behemoth is terrible.
So where are you off the grid?
I was, but I had TV.
You had internet connection? Oh, you're watching TV?
Yeah.
So you're watching local news as you're in hiding.
I was standing outside an old Sears.
Man, that's so nice that you found a Sears when you went lost.
You're off the grid, but by a Sears.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have local TV on in the TV section.
Yeah.
So you're wandering through a Sears.
Did you also go back in time?
No kidding. What year is this? Is this when you were a behemoth?
Yeah.
So 1989?
2022? Yeah.
So did you take a car?
No, I took a time machine.
Your time machine.
Yeah. But I'm standing outside of a Sears, and it's the day before Christmas, and they break into the news and say, KFAN's behemoth has gone missing. And then
So it's a national news story?
Hang on.
But even back in time?
Right. So you worked at KFAN in 1989?
No, yes.
Alternate universe.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe.
The one where Hawk is his mom.
Okay, one final question in this absolute waste of time.
Yeah.
You have access to a time machine, yet are so sensitive that the name Behemoth has pissed you off, and you've had to come back to the actual timeline that we're all currently experiencing just to get back into society.
Would that shock you?
I don't buy it. Something happened, like you had to change the batteries and something, and it was too much work.
So I quit.
So you just came back and just gave up.
Which station were you watching? Like, which anchor said you were a behemoth? Was
Rosie.
it Frank?
It was
Rosie. It was Rosie.
Yeah.
So Rosie in 89 was doing the news and sports.
Yeah.
Wow, was somebody sick?
Yeah. No.
Interesting. Well, maybe like at 89, Shelby was trying to do the news, but Rosie just talked over him and said that sauce is a behemoth.
Yeah. Rosie just yelled behemoth from back at his desk.
But what really matters is this.
Louis Kesselberg, the last of the Donner pioneers that was rescued. You know, they ate each other. The Donner Party.
Yeah.
Sued one of his rescuers, I should say, for spreading horrifying tales that led to his reputation as being the evilest person in the party. He won and received $1 in damages.
Really?
Yeah.
At that point, though, that was enough to buy a house.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a pretty sick payout.
Yeah, good.
And also buy a lot of human remains because he had developed a taste.
Oh, sick.
It's almost like the Dahmer party.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Well
right,
said.
look at that.
I mean,
yeah.
if you are the last remaining person in a group that was temporary cannibals,
Yeah.
are you the most evil or are you just the most efficient eater?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to make up a great story. You know what I mean?
Right.
Better than mine.
Nobody else knows the truth, so.
Well, except for
mine's-
time traveling Paul.
Yeah, I knew it.
He went back and watched all of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't fool him.
I know, but he can't. He's not going to tell anybody. He's busy coaching baseball.
Yep. Managing.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I didn't mean to,
Offend me.
Paul, you have a time machine.
Yeah.
Will you do us all a favor and go back and kill Hitler? Nope, I'm shopping at Sears.
I'm watching the news.
You gonna watch Rosie on the news off the grid. Wow, thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
Is it my turn?
I don't. Yeah, I think so.
We can talk to Marney about this in a little bit, but it is set now. Wolves and Denver in round 2 because the Wolves, the Denver Nuggets, I should say, beat the Lakers last night 108-106. So game 1, Wolves and Nuggets Saturday in Colorado. Time TBD. Denver, a 5-point favorite on DraftKings in game 1. And they're kind of sizable favorites to win the series, minus 230. The Denver Nuggets are to win the series. If you think the Wolves can do it, your $100 could win you $195. They're plus 195.
I would guess it'll be the late game because it's.
I mean, I could see them maybe having the first game. Would I be completely surprised if it was the afternoon game? Or do I maybe see them going last? I mean, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did they contact Drake May?
They've had dialogue. But what really matters is this.
In 1871, the 2 tallest people alive at the time were married. Martin Van Buren.
Wait a minute. President?
Wait.
The president?
Different one.
He was the president?
Martin Van Buren Bates. And Anna Haining. He, 7'9", 475.
Jeez.
She, 7'11", 212.
That's a huge bitch.
And she only weighed 212 pounds.
Did you say, how tall is she?
7'11".
7'11"?
Is she always open?
212 though?
Oh my God.
212.
That's a pretty lanky
That's very
7'11".
skinny.
That's a huge bitch.
I mean,
That's a huge.
that ain't bad for a gal that's 7'11".
Right.
That's no Bertha Baranda or whatever.
No.
Paul, your hands up.
Woodhawk.
You got to see a picture of these two.
All right, hang it. What's her name again? Anna something?
Anna Haining, Heining.
Say that again.
Isn't that the girl we had on the show?
Yeah, from St. Cloud.
I'm sorry, it's Hain, like raining, only with an H. And she, in every picture, looks surprised.
Jesus!
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, that is not a...
That's
wow.
incredible.
She's Canadian. Okay, 7'11". One of the tallest women ever. Her parents were average height and were Scottish immigrants. I don't know how that's relevant, but sure.
All right.
Her mom never stopped bleeding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look at, she's holding like a real human baby, like it's an action figure.
Yeah.
Do you see the one where they're standing beside each other? She's got her hand on his shoulder, and 2 normal people are standing beside him?
Yeah.
Incredible, man.
At 17 years old, she started working with American showman P.T. Barnum.
Freak!
She lived
So mean.
in 1865. She
Freak!
That's the most appropriate use of that button of all time.
It's so mean, though.
she died in 1888.
And she still can't escape ridicule.
No one is going to say this to her face unless Paul time travels back.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying.
How about this? In 1865, she nearly burned to death when the museum she was working in was destroyed by fire because the stairs were in flames and she was too large to escape through a window. At that time, at that point, she weighed 384 pounds.
Just play it.
Her highest recorded weight was 418.
Oh, so she gained some weight.
Gained some weight. And so at one point, like you said, 2 whatever, but she had essentially doubled later to 418. Died at age 41 in 1888.
Wow, man.
My God.
I think that was 3 years after Clint Eastwood
Yeah.
got into a shootout with
Yeah.
Hawk's favorite movie.
Buford Tannen.
That's right. And then he went over the pass there.
Hawk loves that film.
It's great. It's the best of the three.
What?
She died suddenly and unexpectedly of heart failure in her sleep in 1888, one day before her 42nd birthday. The cause of her height was never discovered in her lifetime. X-rays were not discovered until 1895, so it could not be ascertained if she had a pituitary tumor.
Jeez.
X-rays were not discovered until 1895. Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even if they weren't discovered until 1895, I wonder when actual X-rays started being used. Right, discovering them and actually putting them to use. Who knows?
Good point.
Maybe decades later? I wonder.
Man.
Like, when were X-rays first used? Like, the way that we all mean X-rays to
I
be
don't know.
used?
Didn't the guy walk by and it melted the chocolate in his pocket or something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah, wasn't it like
I
a
have no
war
idea.
thing or something?
Let me see here. X-rays. Medical uses.
It does say 18. The Google search just quickly says 1895.
I think, but again, I think that just means maybe when the actual concept of an X-ray was discovered. When those kind of rays were discovered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's incredible. 7 foot
From the
long.
early 20s through the 50s, X-ray machines were developed.
Oh, there you go.
Blah, blah, blah,
That
blah.
answers it. Man, 7'11".
Man.
Yeah. I can't stop looking at her. I'm not even interested in the guy. He's only
Same.
7'9".
Same. Like, would you rather have her or Wemby?
Right. I was thinking that when
her.
he said how big she was. Like, the Lakers could have used her big ass last night.
Yeah.
Against the Joker.
When you say have her.
In basketball.
Oh.
What?
Let's do the news when we
Do you
come
know
back.
how
And then
tall I am?
Marnie Gellner joins in a second. Marnie Gellner is significantly smaller than 7'11".
That's true.
Significantly. More of the Power Trip Morning Show, including the news with Chris after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
Join the Power Trips Chris Hockey and Meat Sauce this Saturday, May 4th at Aquarius Home Services, a Little Canada location. Come check out their customer appreciation sale and say hello to hockey from 1 to 3 and sauce from 3 to 5. More info at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
That's
Derby
correct.
Day.
That is correct. It's Derby Day.
It's
That's
Derby Day.
going
We got
on.
a bet on that this week.
Yeah.
Yep. Lauren K graduates from college that day. It's a big day, and you know what? I'll be there, as you said, from 1 to 3, and there's a pig roast, and there's prizes, and there's great deals on things. I love the people at Aquarius.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's always a great event.
Day.
It's Chesney Day. Are you
Hi,
going?
Marnes.
I'll be there. You bet.
I'm thinking of
You
going.
better believe it.
I'm thinking of going.
I mean, Zach Brown could give a show on his own.
Yeah.
So for him to be an opener, that's a nice little
Zach
concert.
Brown Wales.
Right. Smash. Yeah, I'm thinking about going. Thinking about it. Busy day. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. So there you go. The juice is loose. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
Mars, how's things?
I took a sip before I
might post
gave
dramatic
a
stuff, yeah.
liner.
I should have
I'm
noticed.
sorry,
I
I
didn't
did
notice.
reverse order. Things are good. Things are real good. It's a very
Well, that's good because things are really good with us too. Because the show's been going well.
Here.
I want you to feel comfortable, so I wanted to cut you off halfway through your sentence.
Yeah, Marnie, what do you think of the Wolves game coming up on Saturday?
I think we match up well against.
But I mean, Jamal Murray is healthy. He played last night and he killed it. So that is going to be a problem for the Wolves on Saturday. Don't you think?
You bitches.
God, you say that all the
You're
time.
quoting Rosie, too.
Yeah, we'll get to your actual takes and we'll let you complete the sentences.
Okay, let me know when I should
Presented by
talk.
the St. Paul Saints.
The St. Paul Saints. I love you, St. Paul Saints. Would you like to know information about them?
Sure.
Go to saintsbaseball.com to find out everything. But let me tell you right now, your beloved St. Paul Saints are on the road right now, but they will be back. And don't forget, get your tickets now, saintsbaseball.com, when the Power Trip hosts Wednesdays at Bernie. That's right, down at CHS Field in July. It's going to be fun.
Do you have a more specific date?
I
You're
said it
still
wrong,
working
did
on
I?
that.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong, did I? I'm sorry, guys. St. Paul Saints are back at home to begin a 6-game series with Louisville at CHS Field today. I thought that they went to Louisville this time. I'm wrong. They're home versus
they're home.
Louisville.
Go see
first
'em.
pitch is today at 11:07.
Go
What a
see
great day
it.
to go to a baseball game.
Go
What
see
did you
it.
say, Marge? I cut you off. I'm sorry.
If you had a more specific date for your Wednesdays with Bernie, you said July.
It's July 20-something.
July
Go see
27th,
it.
I believe. Let me take a look here. Let me slide on back and take a look
boy.
here. You're right. I should have had that up and ready to roll.
24th, I think, maybe?
I just wasn't prepared. I apologize to the St. Paul Saints. I've got it right here. It is July 24th. It's Wednesday at Bernie's with the Power Trip Morning Show featuring Terry Kaiser, who played Bernie in the Weekend at Bernie's movies.
Bernie
It's
Lomax.
going to be the best. July 24th. Get your tickets at saintsbaseball.com. And don't forget, today, 11:07, the first pitch, CHS Field, the Saints host Louisville.
You know, most people, the only criticism of Terry Kaiser's performance is that his body remained pretty loose the entire weekend. Of course, rigor mortis would set in. And according to that one scene, there was only one part that really got hard the rest of the weekend.
Never better.
Otherwise, he remained loose. He water skied.
He did.
He played Monopoly. He had
water skis?
Oh, yeah. Slalom skis. Right through the buoys.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Or over the buoys.
Yeah. Under the buoys.
Man overboard! What a classic.
It's a classic. If you're like me, and some days you want to grab a fork, stab yourself in the eye, pull them out
Jesus.
because of your allergies,
Oh, yeah.
you've noticed that spring allergy symptoms are on the rise. And it's earlier than expected. Here's a doctor named Neil Godsey from the U of M.
Even earlier, maybe a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago even, I've been having people come in with the classic symptoms of allergy, which is kind of early for them to be emerging. So I'm seeing a lot of people getting hit by these symptoms now.
So you're not alone. Here's the thing, though. Traditional over-the-counter nasal sprays and allergy tabs are good ways to combat the symptoms. Keep in mind, I should say, they take a couple of weeks to reach full effectiveness, so you got to start taking them, and you got to keep taking them.
These are very safe medicines, and when we look at the studies about how well they work, this is probably the best medicine that we have available.
So even if you're not suffering right now, get started on your allergy meds because they are on their way, and it takes a while for them to kick in.
Okay.
Do you have allergies, Marnsey?
No. I mean, a little bit, but nothing that I've ever had to take medicine for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize.
Same. We have elite immune systems, Marnie, you and me.
Is that it? I do
so.
feel bad. I feel really bad for people who are affected a lot. And Matt would talk about when they would start football in the fall and just all the whatever happens in the fall, the pollen. That's in the spring, but hay fever stuff.
Yeah, the
hay
worst.
fever. And
The worst.
just because you're in a field and you haven't been used to it, and his eyes would swell up and water. And I'm like, well, I feel really bad. You had to go through that. But I should have said, did you listen to the allergy report? Start your medication now. It's safe and do it early.
Now. That's
Start
right.
it now.
Start it now. Good stuff. 3 people are claiming the $1.3 billion Powerball jackpot that was sold in Oregon, if you guys remember. Ching Se-fan and his wife, Duan Pen, are splitting half of the jackpot, and a friend, Liza Chow, gets the other half. They took a lump sum, so after taxes, they divided $422 million. Chang, who goes by Charlie, has been battling cancer for 6 years and has been on disability.
Jeez.
He immigrated to the U.S. in 1994, worked as a machinist making aircraft parts before getting cancer. The first thing he and his wife plan to do is pay for his medical care and then buy a house. So it's good that somebody who
Wonderful.
needed them.
All
more.
right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Love that.
Sometimes you wish you could handpick the people who win the lottery. Maybe this is one of those cases.
Well, I would pick me first,
Okay.
And the gimmies?
and then people who need it. But look, let's get in line the right way.
Yeah.
This guy first. I got cards to lose at, Marney. I need a bankroll.
The Power Trip likes to do feel-good stories. But every now and again, I got to throw in a feel-bad story. A murder suspect in Las Vegas reportedly ate some of his alleged victim's face.
Oh,
yucky.
Hey.
The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports the 31-year-old man ate at least the victim's eyeball and an ear after killing him in a fight. That guy won that fight. I mean, I'm just going to say it. I'm the only guy who's going to stick up for this guy. They were fighting. Them's the rules.
Them's the rules. When you're done, you get an eyeball.
You get to eat the guy.
To the victors go the spoils, right? Like a spoiled eyeball.
That's right. Reportedly, police arrived at the scene and found Colin Sheck eating the victim, who, by the way, was unconscious and bleeding from the head. Of course, he was being eaten. Sheck is being held without bail. It's probably a good idea.
Whoa. Back up for a second.
Yeah.
He wasn't dead?
He wasn't dead yet. He is now.
Oh, I'm not dead yet.
That, I don't know why that makes it worse.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Well, you don't eat spoiled dead meat. You got
correct. Yeah, what are you, weird?
Isn't it weird that there is a weird line there where it, for whatever reason, it's even more gruesome that the guy wasn't dead yet. Oh, boy. I mean, once he's dead,
Yeah,
he's
fair
not
game.
going to know
Right,
what
yeah.
you're doing. I mean, I know you said he was unconscious, but geez.
Yeah.
Can you let the guy die first before you eat his ear?
Yeah.
Have a little common courtesy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the eyeball for me because the ear is at least,
Right
external and
right. Full of good collagen.
sure, but
Yeah.
the eyeball you got to go get.
Yeah. Right.
Icky.
I don't think the guy liked it very much. He didn't finish, He didn't finish his
It
meal.
wasn't
He
his
only
thing.
had one eye.
He was interrupted,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I guess
Brilliant.
so. Yeah.
Plus, you're not that hungry after you knock somebody's teeth out of their face.
Right. Takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, it really does.
Man. Like we always say about crimes of opportunity, was this the kind of guy who always wanted to eat another human being or just killed this guy and said, or was on the brink of killing him and it's like, well, I've already killed him. I'm going to jail.
Maybe you're right. Maybe
Might
he
as well
walked up
try
and-
an ear.
Maybe he was walking by,
Probably, yeah.
had no problem with the guy and just said, this guy looks delicious.
Right.
Yeah, it's over for this guy. I've decided.
A team of real estate developers is revealing plans to build what could become the tallest resort in Las Vegas. The multi-billion-dollar 2,500-room ultra-luxury resort will be built on 27 acres of land that once housed the Wet and Wild Water Park.
Don't know where that is.
Don't know where that is
I
either.
don't either.
How tall is this one supposed to be, though?
The group LVXP also wants to build an NBA-ready arena on the property. The arena would have between 18,500 and 20,000 seats. The company says it's looking to take advantage of FAA approvals granted in 2008, which allow construction, up to nearly 1,200 feet.
That's a huge bitch.
The Strat Tower is the tallest structure in Las Vegas.
Oh, what a
standing
dump.
at 1,149
Where
feet.
is that?
I have never been in there.
To the stratosphere? It's an absolute
yeah,
dump.
I was there as a kid. It's a S-hole.
It sucks.
It's a what now?
S-hole.
Oh.
It sucks.
I thought you just said the word.
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
Yeah, first trip I went to Las Vegas, that was, it was a sightseeing trip essentially with my dad, right? Let's go to all the casinos, let's see all the sights. And you go to the stratosphere and we walked
Wowzers.
there. Think about that.
That's
and
a long way.
that no man's land from, again, that was before the Win and the Encore and stuff were there. So like basically from like where TI and Mirage were, because I think we stayed at Treasure Island the first time I went to Vegas, from TI to where the Strat is,
Yeah.
there was nothing but dust.
Yeah.
It did.
It's hell. And then you
Didn't
get there and you're
walk by
like,
the
this was
circus
not
before
worth
you
the
get there?
walk.
Yeah, did you walk by and see the people
I
gambling?
waved at people and
Yeah.
wanted to see if they were having a good time.
That's what you do, and they're not, by the way.
yeah.
Stratosphere's a
Didn't
hell.
it? Wasn't the appeal of this stratosphere? Didn't it used to be that there was a restaurant at the very top?
And a roller coaster, and
Yeah.
there's like some bungee jumping
There is now,
opportunities.
yeah, but not back in
Yeah.
the day, I bet.
I don't remember what there was at the time, but yeah, it was just let's go up and see the view.
Is it still
Great.
open?
yeah,
The Strat, yeah.
Well, it must have done okay. It survived for a long time.
yeah, it's
I
still
don't
there.
know how it has survived.
I don't either.
I've
Casino
never
is
even, I'm
dumpy.
going to take a look-see here. All right, let me get rid of the tall lady. The Stratosphere. Okay. Let me find out more about this hotel. I've never even seen inside it. Is it swanky inside?
No, you're missing nothing.
No, you're missing nothing.
Yeah, there's still a restaurant. Elevate your Las Vegas experience. And there's one of those demon drops like they have at
Valley Fair.
Valley Fair. On top of it. Oh, God, that scared the straight hell right out of me. Oh, there's a swing, too, that dangles over the side. Where you get in a thing and it swings
Oh,
around.
no, thank you.
You open up the website. Stay with us.
It's actually-
$39.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a bit
The
much.
Strat. It's called the Strat now. They've officially rebranded.
Oh, really?
Well, the kids these days like brevity.
Yeah.
There's a comedy club in there.
Oh, should we go now?
You should.
Wouldn't you rather stay at Excalibur?
Oh, I would, but you're staying there.
Let's not say things we can't take
How
back.
dare you?
He loves that place.
I love it. It's great, man. I win there.
Sauce, you have to stay at either the Stratosphere or Excalibur.
The Strat. The rooms look
How about
way nicer.
Rio or Stratosphere?
The Strat.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I've only heard horrible things about.
Oh, Corey, you're going to want to stay at the Strat.
Go on.
Oh, careful.
Terry Fator is playing. He's your favorite comedian, isn't he?
Isn't he a ventriloquist?
Yeah.
Oh, I love ventriloquists.
Yeah.
What is?
The fitness center has one of those things you pedal while you're sitting at your desk. And that's it.
The rooms don't look bad though.
The fitness center, if the guests of the hotel don't sit on those bikes and cycle, they don't have electric power. It's kind of like that little booth that Channel 4 has at the State Fair, where you can sit there and cycle, and it shows you how many watts of energy you produce.
Oh yeah.
If you want that roller coaster to work, you better start cycling.
Come on, Meemaw.
They have atomic golf at the Strat, whatever atomic golf is.
Yeah, no idea.
It's actually nicer than I thought it was, Marnes.
Yeah, the hotel rooms don't look hideous.
Yeah.
This guy's got a hybrid wedge in one hand and a burger in the other, and he's wearing a suit. That's atomic golf.
Why does he have a wedgie?
Oh, it's a wedge. It's a club.
It looks pretty nice in there. I'm going down there next time. I've never been.
You should.
Yeah, you should.
Walk
think I
past
should?
Circus. Yeah.
Marnes, we're going to try something when we get back. I hope,
Oh.
but don't be nervous. We're going to try something that you have yet to experience on the Power Trip Morning Show.
What? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sauce is going to do sports.
Okay.
He's going to ask you questions,
Yeah. Should I
and
respond?
we are going to sit back and listen.
Wow.
It's going to be new. You will be able to complete a thought after this Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Hey, welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. About to get into some sports with the old Sauce Man. No Roser today, but we do have Marney Gelner. Hi, Marnes.
Hey.
Happy Tuesday.
Morning.
30 days since today.
What happened to Rosie?
Today's the last day, babe.
It is.
April 30th. How about that?
Not much closer to you know what, Hog.
Christmas?
Preseason football.
Same thing.
13 weeks from Thursday is the Hall of Fame game.
Let's
boy.
G-O.
Yeah, are we betting on the Derby? The Derby is Saturday, correct?
Yeah. We should probably have some sort of a draw.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. You got to bet
Spin
on the
a wheel.
ponies.
I'm
No?
in. Obviously.
We got to figure it out. Haven't we been doing it the last handful of years? Kind of like we treat the golf with the ghost, where it's like we pick whatever it is, 7 or 8 horses, and then if somebody from the field that nobody had wins, that wipes it away. Haven't we done that?
Yes.
Can we make it like a $500 bonus if your horse dies? Like something
Why?
ridiculous.
That's a bonus?
Yeah,
Why?
you know, like, well,
How?
because it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
So if your horse dies,
Yeah,
you
like-
win $500.
A piece.
How?
What?
Touch it.
No.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
All around.
The juice is loose.
Marnie, this is it.
Here we go, Marge. Get ready.
The Minnesota Twins have won 8 straight, and the Rally Sausage is growing stronger. They beat the awful White Sox 3-2 last night. Carlos Santana was smooth and hit a 2-run blast in the second to tie at 2-2. Then in the ninth, Kepler singled to right to score Buxton. Same 2 teams today at 6:40. The Twins are 15-13. Simeon Woods Richardson goes for your Twins. And that is Twins News brought to you by Quantum Fiber. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. The way you said 2-2.
2-2? So, yeah, there's that. Hey, Marnes.
Uh-huh.
Denver beat the Lakers last night 108-106 to win the series 4-1. What does that mean? That means now Denver will battle the Wolves in round 2. Game 1 is this Saturday in Denver. Let's go, Wolves.
Touch it.
And Chris Finch is hurt.
Yeah.
Rose.
Wow, Rosie.
That puts a real damper on the celebration from the sweep in Phoenix, but the sweep in Phoenix was pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, sweep the leg.
The joy and the celebration that I feel like people can have right now over this Wolves team. Max, I read your tweet about allowing yourselves to feel this one and feel good, and we don't have to worry about turn the page to what doom and gloom is about happen. If you're a Minnesota sports fan, okay, fine, whatever. That's how you need to live. That's how you need to live. The rest of us are going to celebrate and watch the games as they happen and then react afterwards. I think Minnesota-Denver is a really good matchup and could be like a finals type matchup. Obviously, we are both in the West. That's not going to happen. But the way that the Wolves have played the Nuggets this season has been very impressive. And I really think the only game that we can take a ton from is the very last one, because that was as close to full strength for both teams as we're going to be. There were too many back-to-backs and too many. We didn't have Nas or Rudy that third game that won a Target Center, yet we came down to a last-second shot. Like, just a lot of factors that you kind of have to throw out and say, okay,
Jamal
now
Murray missed one.
Jamal Murray, yep. And Carl was out for us.
Yep.
So now you sort of have to reset and go, okay, what can we take and what can we learn? What we've learned, it's going to be a good matchup. Minnesota plays Denver really well, and that Nuggets team is very good. But we can win it.
Damn
we can win it,
Barnes.
but this is gonna go 6, might go 7, slug it out, strategy, point, counterpoint. I think it's going to be very different than the Phoenix series.
Man, I can't blame Rosie. I wanted to interrupt you so bad.
Same.
Yeah,
It
so
was
did
hard
I.
not
I was
to.
literally
Yeah, so
trying
did I.
to get myself not to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Thank
It
you.
was tough. I don't blame Rosie anymore. Here's Ant. He's ready to face Denver, Maxo.
It was all the motivation I needed. I think I felt I took a little pressure off myself when they won the championship. Like I lost to the championship team. But yeah, man, I don't like that feeling at all. Getting sent home, and especially in 5 games. I mean, at least take them to 7. You know what I mean? So hopefully we play a little tougher this time.
Was that Rosie trying to interrupt him? Play
think
that
so.
again.
I don't want to.
I think the Wolves and everybody in the Twin Cities. I mean, obviously, some fans feel like they'd rather have the easier path than have played the Lakers, but I think most people have the same sentiment, and the players do too. They want the rematch with Denver after Denver caught us lacking last year. No Nas Reed, no Jaden McDaniels, and they still played Denver really well. The Nuggets, the players themselves said the Wolves played them the best of any team that they played last year. So I think all the Wolves are looking forward to it, and they've had, literally an entire year to game plan for this game. So I'm super excited for it.
Marnes, I'm not saying we're going to be happy if the Wolves lose in round 2, because I think the sky's the limit, right? Everybody wants a title here. It's possible. But I do think losing to Denver in round 2 is one of the only acceptable scenarios, right? If you had lost in round 2 to the Clippers, the Mavericks, Sacramento, New Orleans, the Lakers, it'd be like, ugh. Like, it felt like you had to get to the Western Conference Finals against OKC or Denver for this to be a non-failure, but you're just, because of seeding, running into Denver in round 2. I think the only way the fans now are super pissed is if it's a sweep. If you can go 6 or 7, I'm not saying let's already prepare ourselves to lose.
It sounds like what you're saying.
No, I'm saying we can win. I'm a little surprised the gap on DraftKings is as big as it is.
Same.
Because I think the Nuggets should be favored, but I think it should be a slight favorite, not quite as sizable as it is. I'm not going to be like burn this thing to the ground if they lose in 6 or 7. Because this, to your point, this feels like a titles-esque talent matchup in round 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, but how about we just go ahead and win it?
Let's win it.
Yeah, we will.
Let's
We will.
go
Mark.
ahead.
That's the
and win
upside,
it.
right? The upside, like I said a couple hours ago, is if you do beat if you beat Denver, no reason to think you can't beat OKC and probably Boston, right? That sky is absolutely the limit if you can get past the champs.
Yeah, this could potentially be the most difficult team along the way. Although, you know what? OKC's a really good team.
Yeah.
And obviously Boston, they had the best record by far in the NBA. So I guess you just have to look at it as everybody from here on out is a really good team and has the potential to win the NBA title.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
That's still alive after round one.
Except for whoever comes out of the Clippers in Dallas.
Right. They
Because
have
that
no
team
shot.
has no chance.
Okay.
I think that team could beat OKC, but they wouldn't beat the Wolves or the Nuggets. I think the Mavericks or the Clippers could match up with OK. I think maybe I'm a hater. I think OKC is susceptible to getting upset.
I agree with you, Maxo.
Thank you.
Mars, you've basically watched every game of Ant's career, give or take. This is next level, right? I know there's those commercials about playoff mode not being a thing. This is just a different level of Anthony Edwards, and he's obviously been spectacular the last couple of years, but this is just different.
Yeah. I even think he's hit different levels as this season has gone on.
Yeah.
I think he's risen to different occasions and different times, and he's accomplished different things that have sort of solidified probably what he always believed in himself, because that man is so overflowing with confidence. It's unreal. But he hadn't done it on the court. He sort of walked the walk and then occasionally, or talked the talk and occasionally gave us the walk, but he walked it all season long. And I think that ascension is a huge reason why the Wolves are here. And even in the closeout game against Phoenix, and he was hitting those dagger shots, he wasn't flexing and screaming and celebrating. He was like stone cold killer.
Mean mugging,
and he
yeah.
gave that
Correct.
quote to Scott Van Pelt about, I want to kill everything in my path. So that's what I mean about he might have just clicked into another level just in this 4-game series against the Suns.
Yeah, the consistency is definitely the biggest leap for Anthony Edwards. He's doing it night in and night out. And even the nights that he doesn't have it scoring, he's finding ways to make a difference. His playmaking has been, that's leaps and bounds better than it was last year.
Yeah.
Or even at the end of the game, he swatted that shot from Devin Booker. He's making a difference on both sides of the floor now. And really, and you could see it even in his press conference with Kat. He's such a leader of this
correct.
team. And the vibes are so high with this team right now that I don't know who can hang with us right now.
I feel like even when you watch the games against the Suns, if you watch the 3 regular season games, which are complete chaos, and Ant trying to dribble through 4 guys over and over and over, and it was like he couldn't figure this puzzle out because he kept going to that move and it wasn't working. And then he went to the postseason and he would just hang back and he would hang back and then he'd wait and almost force the double team to come because he was waiting for it because he couldn't wait to make the pass. And to your point, Max, make the play.
Right.
So his growth and maturity and understanding just from the regular season to the postseason has stood out to me. That man is an incredible basketball player,
Yes,
and
he
we
is.
are lucky to have him.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah, like we've mentioned, though, like Mike Conley in game 1, not good. Didn't matter. Wolves won anyway, right? Game 4, Rudy was a disaster. Didn't matter. Wolves win, right? Naz Reid had a couple of games in this series that he wasn't his standard self. That's the beauty of how deep this team is. The only difference now is Phoenix had no depth. Denver's got depth. OKC's got depth. Boston has depth. As long as these teams stay healthy, we can't play the whole, we're 9 deep and you're 5 deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it changes series to series. Strategy changes and what you used to be able to take advantage of whatever Phoenix's weaknesses are going to be totally different than Denver and totally different than OKC.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the playoffs.
How do can anybody contain Joker? So, like, what's even the game plan strategically? Forget X's and O's. I mean, you
take away one part of it?
I think you kind of just have to. It's like the same thing that they did with the Suns. It's like, okay, KD is going to kill us no matter what, but nobody else is.
Yeah.
Like Jokic is going to kill us no matter what, but we're not going to let Jamal Murray or whoever, MPJ or somebody like that kill us.
And don't let Joker have 15 assists because then that means other guys are hitting your shot.
Well, it's like Trent Tucker on Saturday morning. I heard him a couple of minutes talking about Denver, and he said something like Aaron Gordon you could argue is the most important player on Denver.
Yeah.
Didn't say best, just said most important because of everything that he can do, right? So maybe that is the kind of guy that the series might depend on somebody like Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter Jr., even more than Murray and Joker. Because again, the Suns had Beal and Booker and Durant. Sometimes they had great games, sometimes they didn't, but that wasn't enough. I think Joker and Jamal are enough to give the Wolves everything they have, but obviously if they have an off game, it's going to come down to the Gordons and the Porters of the world.
Their Aaron Gordon is like our Jaden McDaniels, where he is just an absolute lockdown defender, and then when he also gives you like a 15 points or something, it makes everything run and click. Aaron Gordon last night had 7 points, but 13 rebounds, 6 assists. He played 46 minutes, there's no defense on this stat sheet. So let's say he played incredible lockdown defense. Yeah. That's why he's so important.
Now they didn't blow the Lakers out in any game, did they?
No, they
were
trailed
behind
double digits in every single game. Yeah.
Right. So they're good, but they even said when they beat us 4-1 a couple of years ago that we were the toughest team they faced, and that was without Naz and without Jaden. This will be great. This will be. The Wolves should be, as Corey said, the Wolves should not be as heavy as of an underdog as they are. The Wolves can beat Denver.
100%.
The game schedule is a little weird.
It is.
Yeah.
We go Saturday, Monday, and then not again until Friday.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. Oh, weird.
That's ridiculous.
Games 2 and 3 are Monday and Friday.
Yeah, so the first Wolves home game is a week from Friday.
Yeah,
that's a long
So Friday,
time off.
Sunday at Target Center.
Yep.
Marnes has got some free time. Marnes is available for hire because we're done. The playoffs move on to exclusively national television. So Bally Sports North dipped out. Michael Grady's going to stay with the team and do some social media stuff and interviews and stuff. And Jim Pete's hopping on Wolves Radio with Alan Horton right here on the Fan.
That's so cool.
Jim Pete can do fan line with me if you
sweeping the floors, I guess.
What?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I know.
Well, what do you want to do?
Watch the games.
If people are looking to hire you as an independent contractor, what are you capable of doing?
I can
Touch it.
Yeah. No, not.
You're capable of hosting.
Yep, I'm capable of hosting. I can fill on a radio show if there are at least 5 other contributors on at the same time. I can be a reporter. I can do interviews. I can just sit there and look pretty.
Okay. Phone ringing yet or not?
It's nothing.
Cricket.
Damn.
Nothing.
Vikings news is next. More with Marney Gelder. The Power Trip after this on the Fan.
The Fan.